The latest we're tracking on NDTV, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw attended a ministerial-level meeting organized by US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, which was focused on strengthening resilience in the global supply chain of critical minerals. You see, finance ministers from the G7 and other major economies met in Washington to discuss ways to reduce dependence on rare earths from China, including setting a price floor and new partnerships to build up alternative supplies. While this meeting was convened by US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, it included finance ministers from G7 members, as well as officials from India, Australia, Mexico, and South Korea. While Germany has warned against an anti-China coalition, stressing that Europe needs to move faster on its own to develop supplies of important raw materials, just listen in to what India had to say. Here's what Ashwini Vaishnaw has said regarding this crucial meeting.
As we all know, and especially in India, when the manufacturing sector is growing rapidly, especially electronics manufacturing, it's very important for all the countries, including India, to have a resilient supply chain of critical minerals. So in this meeting, participants from various countries, they discussed their experience, the steps that they are taking in making the supply chain resilient, especially technology for refining, processing the mineral ores so that high quality critical minerals, especially the rare earth, permanent magnets, those kind of materials can be secured in a long term, in a sustainable manner.
My colleague Aditya Raj Kaul has been tracking the key takeaways from this crucial meeting. He joins us with all the details at the moment. Aditya, first, why did this meeting end without a joint statement? Do we know whether there was a disagreement on enforcement, timelines, what really happened? And take us through India's detailed stand.
Well, there is, of course, a very critical debate that's been underway on the critical minerals, on the supply chains, because critical minerals are of very important significance for many countries. In this regard, there was a critical minerals ministerial meeting that was called, this is basically the finance ministerial hosted by the US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, and he said that I'm optimistic that nations will pursue prudent de-risking over decoupling and understand well the need for decisive action. Now, apart from the G7 finance ministers, we had India, Australia, Mexico, and South Korea also participating, which is very, very significant. We know for a fact that China dominates at this moment the critical mineral supply chain, refining between 47% to 87% of copper, lithium, cobalt, graphite, and rare earths. And this is the data according to the International Energy Agency. The United States has been increasingly involved in the critical minerals debate. There have been questions about a deal with Pakistan, there's question about Greenland, and many other important places all across the world where critical minerals are in demand. Now, at this particular juncture, there is a huge debate about the critical minerals, but the G7 is trying to take the lead from US to Britain to Japan, France, Germany, Italy, and Canada, as well as European Union. But as of now, there is no, consistency or a final solution that has come out. As you said, no joint statement. But we'll have to wait and watch what the US strategy really is to counter China when it comes to the critical minerals debate.
Indeed. We'll keep tracking all the finer developments with you, Aditya. Thanks so much.